Cam, these short treks, especially these animated short treks, we were just blown away by what we saw with Ephraim and Dot. All that shout outs to fans, just it's fan servicey, but it's the kind of fan service that I like.
Yeah.
Is this really kind of what the future of Star Trek needs to be if it wants to build new fans going for the next 50 plus years?
I think so, because, we've lost a lot of Star Trek actors recently, and, I don't know what the longevity will be in the next 20 to 30 years of people going back to watch the original series. But I think, with these animated treks, we can now basically lock these stories and characters in amber and have them as visual cues for people going forward to make the world of Star Trek still feel expansive, but also, fans like us can sit there and geek out over them.
Yeah, well, how else do you even have, characters like the Shatner era, the George Takei era Kirk reappear again, but through, audio, which we saw depicted here in these, pretty cool, flashback scenes that were depicted throughout Ephraim and Dot as this tardigrade, follows this ship throughout the galaxy, throughout time, hitting some of the most iconic moments, even going towards the movies, which is just fantastic. I never thought I'd see an animated USS Reliant shooting cannons.
Yes.
That was pretty awesome.
What was the reference that, took you the most by surprise?
Okay, it happened very early on, but it was the salt vampire is suddenly, showing up there. But, Cam, that green hand... I think maybe our viewers know that maybe we're a little fond of the green hand, right?
Yeah. I think the one that took me the most by surprise was probably, and I will say the green hand definitely did, but the Savage Curtain Abraham Lincoln. And
Space Lincoln.
And shaking his fist at them. To me, that was so much fun to see.
Yeah, but I hope that it also means that, fans that are pretty new to Star Trek, they watch something like this, and maybe the depiction of the original series intrigues them enough to give it a shot. At least give some of these iconic episodes a shot. Look, we even got Amok Time musical cues in this.
Yes.
You can tell that Giacchino is such a huge Star Trek fan. He, of course, directed this. He also was, Michael Giacchino was also responsible for the musical score here.
Yeah.
What a perfect blend of both music as well as direction going on here in an animated short like this.
Yeah, and, he comes from the Pixar factory, and Pixar is famous for their story department, where they really break down how do we tell this story in animation. And I have to feel like those instincts carried over to him with this short trek, because it feels so focused, which is not something that... the Kurtzman era of Star Trek has had its ups and downs. We've enjoyed a lot of it, but it often hasn't felt focused. This felt very focused.
Yeah. So for kids moving forward, how much do you think this is going to be appealing towards children that might be a little bit fresh to Star Trek? Maybe their parents are introducing it to them for the first time.
It's so hard because I don't know what kids are into these days because I'm old and broken. But I will say...
You're like that Steve Buscemi sort of meme that's going around,
What up, young people? Yeah, but I mean, I am very hopeful that a short trek like this one in particular would grab them just because it's such high-energy, fun storytelling, the type that I think they're used to seeing in, the Pixar and some of the better Disney movies, some of the better DreamWorks stuff, maybe like How to Train Your Dragon. I hope that they would be able to sit down in front of this short trek, Ephraim and Dot, and just have fun with it and enjoy the storytelling. And again, it's only 8 minutes, so it's not going to tax their attention span.
Just mine.